What is going on, YouTube? This is Jim, back with another video, and today I want to give you guys my quick reaction on the Devil May Cry 5 Xbox One exclusive demo. Now, this was announced last night at the Video Game Awards that this would be going live. Here it is. I downloaded it, I've played it, and I'm here to tell you that this game is awesome. Now, if you have not had a chance to go watch my first look at the Collector Edition video, I'll post a link to that in the description box below. That comes with a van. I was very heavily panned for that video because I misspoke, and instead of calling this character his proper name of Nero, I accidentally called him Virgil, and the internet exploded and downvoted my video to smithereens. But I'm going to promote it one more time because I think it's a good video despite the misspeak. But I'm here to tell you guys that whether you're playing with Dante or Nero or anybody else they throw at you in this game, Devil May Cry 5 is a true nod and homage to the old Devil May Cry games. I think it looks phenomenal. I think it plays phenomenal. I cannot wait to get into this world more. I cannot wait for this game to come out. I have played Devil May Cry games way back from the very first one, and I always loved their ability to blend this supernatural demonic presence with modern elements. So here you can see we're in a town. It looks very nice. There's lights, there's street signs, there's lamps, stop signs, all that great stuff. But then you see these weird demonic structures and creatures roaming about, and I always thought the game was so neat that it could blend those two elements together to make it believable that this world has been corrupted or whatever, and that it's up to you to go back and kind of fight back the evil and purify the land. Now, this game is definitely, at least what I've seen so far in the demo, much slower paced than what I experienced in other Devil May Cry games. And I suspect that's largely because right now you don't really have many abilities. The game actually doesn't let you upgrade anything at all. You just get a basic attack, a basic gunshot, a basic devil arm power, and jump. That's it. There's really no way to chain together any kind of crazy combinations or launching enemies in the air and juggling them with your pistol or pistols if you're playing with Dante. So you're missing part of that, and that's probably done by design. They want to, they don't want to show you everything, right? I mean, you got to wait for the game, but this is just kind of to give you a taste of what the engine's going to look like. I like that the camera is a chase camera. I like that it is gone away from the static camera in the older games. I think that's important. And I really like how the camera is very tight on your character. Your character fills up a lot of the screen. I think they did a really good job with the animations of the way your character runs, their cloak dangling in, blowing in the breeze. It gives you a much more sense of the monster design and the attention to detail as you start hitting these monsters and parts of them start to flake and break off and they explode into ash and cinder and all that stuff. I love it, and I think putting a nice tight camera in was absolutely something they definitely should have done, and I'm glad they took it in that direction. I'm not here to say that static camera games are dead by any stretch of the imagination, but I think that this game evolving from that static camera to a more fluid camera was the right choice. Again, since we haven't really gotten many of the upgrades or anything, I can't speak to the speed of the combat. I do notice that it was harder to juggle enemies, and it was more kind of like swing and roll out of the way kind of thing, as where Devil May Cry used to always be one of these things where you'd be juggling 4 or 5 enemies in the air at a time, shooting them wildly, changing weapons on the fly, just going nuts. I don't see that here yet. Again, don't know. It's a demo. May come, may not. One thing I did notice, you'll see me dork around with the options here briefly, was I didn't see a very good sense of HDR support. I had a really hard time distinguishing the lights from the darks. As a matter of fact, the game almost looked pitch black when I was playing it. I'm not beating that up too much right now. A lot of times they don't include that until the very end, is what they call like a performance patch or those day one patches. So if you have an HDR TV, you may experience a little bit of visibility issues like I did. From what I can tell in my video editing software, it does look good enough to post on YouTube, but I did have a little bit of a struggle playing with it, and I was having a hard time trying to tell what was going on. But outside of that, I had no problems. The game runs very well. It looks very smooth, very fluid. Nero is definitely a great character to play with. I love his cockiness, especially at the boss fight at the end, and just how, in charge he is of the situation, and it was really a lot of fun to play. I can't wait for more. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is this devil arm. Nero has a robotic arm that is his right arm where it has been severed kind of at the elbow. And you'll notice in the bottom right there, you actually have different arm attachments. You have actually 2 different ones right now, Gerbera and Overture. Now, each of these do something different. Overture I just used there, and that's basically this giant area of effect attack. It looks like a giant purple hand, which knocks enemies back. Gerbera actually launches you kind of like a corkscrew missile, launches you in a direction very rapidly, hitting enemies as you spin through. Both of these are basically consumable items, so at any time if you get hit while casting it, your arm will break. You could also, like I just did there, actually sever and explode, like make your arm explode, doing a large area of effect attack and hitting enemies away from you. You'll notice that there are pickups around the map where you can actually walk over and pick up new arm attachments. Right now it's just those 2, so there's kind of a stock system that floats around. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of that. I like to know what I'm getting into. I wish there was a way you could earn them, and maybe there is through combat, instead of them just being randomly located in rooms. I think using those in conjunction with some of the other abilities you get later on in the game will probably be pretty amazing. But right now you're kind of limited, and there was actually times that I lost all my arms and I did not have that ability for a fight. Understand there's a risk and reward system. Absolutely, that makes 100% sense. It was just frustrating that the game felt at that time I shouldn't get any new arms, so I had to play a pretty large portion of the demo without getting any upgrades, and I was like, this is kind of dumb. Like, I feel like I should be able to earn an arm again, or it grows back over time, or I don't know. I think that system maybe needs a little bit of work. But again, not really understanding with this game being severely limited to the demo state, not being able to upgrade your character, any kind of upgrades at all. Even when you find the van later on, you can't do any upgrades with that there. It remains to be seen. But if you're curious about Devil May Cry 5, I highly recommend you check this out. If you play it on your Xbox One and you keep that save file with you when you load the game proper, assuming you buy it at some point in the future, you'll be rewarded with 30,000 red orbs for your hard work in checking out this demo, which is a pretty significant amount. When I played through this demo, I had a little over 4,000. So 30,000 is a pretty good chunk. It seems like you can get an upgrade or 2 kind of on the house just for showing your support now. And that's what I'm doing by playing it, and that's obviously what I'm doing by talking about it. With that, I'm going to close out this video and tell you guys that Devil May Cry 5 is the real deal. I cannot wait to check this out more. If you guys liked the video, please consider commenting, rating, and subscribing. But if not, that's okay too. I'm going to keep making these videos because I love it. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.